More!
Lunch break!
So, we're back in the office filming again, lunch breaks, because we were actually out of the office for like 2 whole weeks for a Yappi tour.
Last month.
It was thrown together very, very quickly. So shout outs to our friend Eric and also Jessica for doing a great job. But shout outs to us for getting on the road and physically putting ourselves in harm's way.
And living with each other.
And waking up at 3 in the morning for flights.
And you guys are thinking, don't you guys like traveling?
I don't think this counts though.
Traveling for vacation is very different than traveling for tour.
Yeah. Oh, you get to see so many cities. And it's like, no, we get to see each city for 3 hours.
Maybe we should go back to the beginning because I think what's really cool about Wong Fu is that you guys are kind of known for touring, like even from the beginning of like pre-YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So how did that all just start?
I would say, like, pretty confidently that we were the first YouTubers to ever tour. Because we actually got the idea of touring from looking at like independent production movies and stuff like that when they went on like screening tours. Like it was called four walling. Like if you couldn't get
Walling?
yeah, 4 walls.
Okay.
So like if you couldn't get your movie into theaters or like in a distribution deal with whatever. This was back before, you know, there was Vimeo and there were all these streaming platforms, just iTunes even. You had to just literally go rent theaters and sell tickets. So we saw that and we're like, oh, we should do that for this student film that we made.
A moment with you.
Yeah. Taylor never finished it. Taylor has the DVD.
No, my friend has a DVD.
He doesn't have
and,
it.
and it was really scratched. So
We got invited to schools and we planned road trips and we planned a schedule and hit up like 20 different colleges and cities.
20 different colleges?
That was like just
All
like,
on the road.
all on the road.
There are no flights or anything?
Oh no, we took flight. Like yeah, like we didn't drive across country, but we would do like a leg of like 8 and then we do another leg of like 10. We did a Canada leg. It was
That's a
crazy,
lot.
yeah.
20?
No, so our first year out of college, we went to about, I think like 30 schools.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was back when we were like literally like just getting little classrooms, selling tickets for $5 to students. And some of the people actually came out to this tour to support still after all these years.
$5 was also a lot more back then.
It wasn't that long ago. You're making it sound like, oh, hamburgers used to be a nickel.
I don't know. You can get a full...
you're making it sound like that.
So yeah, just over the years, it just kind of kept going. Like we just kept getting
You guys have
invited.
been like traveling every year.
Yeah, basically every year we go out at least a few times. But this one was like our first time in a very long time where we had one product, which was Yappi, and planned our own tour. Usually like it's like schools that invite us out.
I was speaking.
Yeah. So if you want to bring us to your school, go to our website or hit up wongfubooking@gmail.com for us. So this might actually be the first time we've done this just like ever. Like
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's also one of the first times we traveled with like this new team. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we've done like small trips for like McDonald's and stuff, lunch breaks in Houston,
break.
Chicago.
Oh, in
but
Hawaii?
2 weeks or at least a week together, living really close,
Very close.
traveling, sitting in cars together and airplanes, eating all your meals together. So we learned a lot about each other.
Jen had a great time, right?
Flashbacks. I did.
Because like I think people, you know, go on road trips a lot, and so you guys kind of relate. Like but for us, like touring is different because it's like you're on a schedule. You know, you have to get to a certain place by a certain time, otherwise you're gonna miss the event. And we were bringing merch with us. We were still like worrying about social promotion of the events, tickets.
Email correspondence.
Squeezing in a meal.
Should have started packing.
We had to pack less for ourselves because we needed more luggage room and weight allowance for our merchandise. Because you guys want us to bring out merch, so we pack our suitcases full of merch. So because of that, we had to pack very light.
Yeah. Phil brought one pair of underwear the whole time.
Every night, was packing difficult for you guys? So light?
So my clothes are very flimsy.
See,
and
girls are lucky.
Crop tops and, you know,
Yeah.
like thin fabric, so everything fit into like this little square.
Really?
But I had to go to a wedding afterwards, so I had like a dress and heels and that, like
I
all
had
that
to go to a
stuff.
wedding on tour
Yeah.
too, so I had to pack like a suit.
I had to go to a wedding too.
Dude, what were we thinking?
It's also wedding season.
You know, maybe that's why like cropped outfits exist is because, oh no, like we're overpacked and overweight. Let's cut off half of this sweater to fit it in, and then it became like a fashion statement. I made sure that all of like my event clothes were clean, like any like stuff that I was wearing for the screening.
Right.
And then I had like another like travel
Me
set
too.
of clothes,
Yeah.
right?
I had, like,
and that was stuff that I could easily wash and dry pretty like by hand.
You guys washed your clothes on tour?
I didn't watch any.
I wash my clothes like at least like I hand wash it like
In the sink?
twice, 3 times. yeah.
Twice? That's
Yeah.
a lot.
How did you have time to dry it?
It was dry fit, so it dried over.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. Wait, we didn't talk about our plane rides. I think it's better that we're together, but everyone wants a window seat, right?
Or aisle.
Or an aisle.
Or aisle. So we actually sit separately, and I'm kind of like, oh, I want to sit with you guys.
You could have sat with us.
But then I have to be in the
That
middle
first-
seat.
You did that once.
You chose a middle seat
Yeah,
once,
you
dude.
did.
Oh,
that-
you want armrests.
Well, that's because it's Southwest. The reason why I think it's actually better for us to sit together is because if you get an aisle or if you want your window, sure, you got your seat. But you're leaving it up to the universe to see who is going to be your seatmate. And it could be really uncomfortable. It could be a guy that smells or, you know, a woman that's...
or a girl that smells.
Or a girl that smells. Yeah. So I feel like it's better for us to be uncomfortable together rather than for you to be uncomfortable
Oh,
with
like
a
a
stranger.
coworker that smells.
Exactly. Yeah, Benson.
I don't smell.
You don't smell.
But you also could be someone really great. So you got, you know,
Could be like a celebrity.
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what
like-
you're
it's a
hedging?
gamble.
Is that what you're hedging on? Yeah, but I don't feel like making small talk. Because talking on planes is so awkward because it's like, okay, because it's not like you're leaving each other's personal space. You're just
And you
there.
know how long it is too.
Yeah.
So it's like, should I tell you this now or maybe an hour later?
like you're planning out your conversation.
Like
Just give them a tidbit every hour.
Yeah.
Well, why are you guys conscious enough to even like be awake? Because I feel
Oh.
like every flight I used it to sleep.
I found that I can't sleep when I sit in the aisle. The
People
aisle seat.
bumping you?
Yeah, like any movement
Really?
against my arm will wake me up and actually scares
Oh, you're a
me.
light sleeper.
Scares you.
It's always like, oh my god.
I think it's bad to be on the aisle because when people need to go to the bathroom, they have to go through. I'd rather make sure my tank's empty and I go on the plane and I just don't bother anyone, don't bother me. That's how I like to do it.
I think I like the aisle because like you get like to put your leg out every once in a while and stretch that out.
See, no, that's dangerous because if you do fall asleep and then people will trip on you.
Well, I want to put my leg out when I'm sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know,
And then if we have time, we go to the hotel to check in.
maybe take a nap.
Hopefully get early check-in. You always want to call in advance for that.
Some of the hotels had cookies.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Complimentary items. Always take advantage of the complimentary items.
Yeah.
I have like all these little lotions now.
Oh man, the cookies are
I didn't
so
take
good.
any.
What?
Wow.
I like it when the hotels have the ones on the wall.
Those are the cheapest ones.
But there's
You don't know
there's-
what's in there.
The quantity is so much bigger. You don't feel guilty, you know.
It's
It's like faster too, versus like the hotel ones in the bottles. You have to go like, you know.
And then you can
We're like,
What are you doing in the shower? We're on a budget. We're not staying at the Four Seasons suites with multiple rooms or getting.
Well, yeah, we did. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
we were staying at the 4 Points.
Oh,
Four
okay.
Seasons.
Okay.
How do we pair off, guys?
Give the girls their own space usually.
Yeah. So Jen got very lucky, and you got your own room the whole trip. I think one of them we gave you a king size, right?
Every room basically had 2 beds.
So then one night and
One
bed,
was for my
night.
luggage.
Oh my god.
One was for me.
See?
You could have like switched
Or like
beds in the middle
a-
of the night.
Or no, I would have like a lounging one and then switch to the sleeping.
Lounging
my
one.
God.
You wear shoes in one of them.
Oh no.
Kind of feel what it's like.
She's a crazy vacation.
So then that means Phil and Taylor, you guys.
I stay with Taylor, yeah, I stay with Taylor. And Taylor's great. Taylor's a great roommate,
We've done that a lot.
very thoughtful.
If you're taking a number 2 in the bathroom,
Whoa.
I'll
whoa.
go do the lobby bathroom and take a number 2.
Oh, thank you.
Usually the lobby bathrooms are really clean.
Yeah.
No
And no one goes there.
Yeah. And no, yeah. So you have so much time.
See, we don't know what's going on in your room.
But
Are you a good roommate?
Sharing with hotel people, it's always awkward when you go into the bathroom because the walls are so thin.
Yeah.
You can hear everything.
And if there's no fan, it's like. I always turned on the TV when Phil went.
Thanks. Otherwise, it's like, I know what you did and I know how you did it. The one thing that Taylor is not that considerate about, but it's out of his control, Taylor snores.
I think he's considerate about it.
I've,
In the sense that he
I've
tells
gotten,
people ahead of time.
I've gotten used to it. Like the first few times that we roomed together, I would literally throw pillows.
It was brutal. I don't know if we told you guys this, but everything before his tour was the first time I think that Phil got exposed to that.
Exposed to Taylor.
And it was, I would wake up the next morning with new items next to me. I was like, did I have 2 pillows? Is this a sandal? You know, stuff like that.
No, actually, I actually think your snoring's gotten better. I don't know. I didn't notice it as much this time.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
Yeah. Were there any habits of mine that you noticed?
A lot of like late night reflection time.
What?
You know, we a lot of late night talks.
Oh yeah.
You know?
We had our slumber parties. See, I room with
Gross.
I room with Benson on the second leg, and he would always just pass out, and I'd be like, hey Benson, so what are your hopes and dreams, Benson?
If you notice, I always pick a certain bed because of my hearing thing. So I face away and put my good ear down, and it tunes out the whole room.
Wow, I didn't. Wow.
That's my secret.
That's useful.
Oh.
Which bed do you choose?
I choose the left one.
I feel like it's harder for girls on tour because there is maybe like if you're getting ready, you have to get ready for the show. There's more to get ready.
I had to sacrifice certain steps in that for other stuff. Oh, it's like in your, let's say, makeup, hair, routine, whatever, or wardrobe, you have to kind of pick one or something. So like usually with hair, I was like, whatever, I just let it down or like threw it into something. But in makeup, you're like, okay, I can lose 5 of these steps or like whatever.
There's 5 steps
you know, or
to
like
lose?
whatever. It's
Yeah.
just like whatever makes your time like, oh, you have 10 minutes. Okay, do this.
I mean, that's another thing too. Like our meals.
The diet.
When you're on the road, like literally like road trip, like and you just have fast food to stop at, or there's no time to eat like a proper meal, so we just eat after the show, and by then the only thing that's open are like diners or fast food.
And you feel like you should eat the food of that place, you know?
Oh yeah.
And usually it's not like the healthiest stuff.
Yeah, there's no city that's known for, oh my god, the salads in Cleveland are amazing. You got to try this one salad place. Never. It's always, hey, this really oily piece of meat is amazing. Yeah. And we did it fully and completely, that's for sure. Did you guys come back a little heftier?
I weighed myself and I think I maintained it. Yeah, pretty well.
I didn't weigh myself, but I don't feel good. But obviously the best part of the tour was seeing the fans.
Yes.
Seeing the people and interacting with you guys.
Yeah. Every time we were tired from a flight or uncomfortable from not pooping, as soon as we saw you guys, it all just came out.
No,
our love.
Yes,
Yeah.
our love.
Yeah.
Just flow.
Yeah.
I don't
really-
think that'll come out.
Yeah, we let it all go. I mean, no, like we let all
Yeah.
those thoughts go.
I was just constantly wiping my tears
Yes.
because it was so emotional. Put a face to the comments
Yeah.
and then like to hear like directly the response to Yappi.
And all the stories of like when they became fans, like you had your old school back before YouTube, and then you have people that just came on like a couple
So
years
this
ago.
one was really cool because this was just open to public. So we got actually a lot of people that have been watching for like 12 years. You know, people already working. Some some brought their families and their husbands. So, huge shout out to our older fans, our OG fans. I'm glad that we were able to do events that you guys could go to.
But yeah, it motivated us to like come back and keep grinding for you guys and hopefully go back on tour in the future.
Thank you so much to all those that were able to come on tour. It really was super worth it, all jokes aside, and we really enjoy getting to see you guys face to face, and the fact that after all these years you guys are still supporting. And if we didn't go to your city, we're very sorry. We'll definitely try to put it on the list next time.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.